Sometimes satellites spot clouds, storms, or just boring old land, but once in a while they catch something that no one can explain. Imagine zooming in on a desert and suddenly seeing an entire city that's not on any map. Or finding a massive, precise geometric shape in the middle of nowhere. No roads, no people, no explanation. These aren't Photoshop tricks, these are real images taken from space that reveal structures that shouldn't exist. Today we're diving into times satellites captured structures that shouldn't be there, and every single one of them will leave you questioning what is really on this planet. Why is there a perfectly shaped pyramid in Antarctica? In 2016, Google Earth users were shocked when they spotted what looked like a pyramid with 4 equal triangular faces emerging from the ice in Antarctica's Ellsworth Mountains. It wasn't a tiny bump either. This thing was massive, over 400 feet tall. The angles were sharp, the symmetry was suspiciously perfect, and suddenly everyone was asking, who built this and when? Some researchers say it's just a natural mountain poking through the ice, but geologists admit the angles are highly unusual, and the fact that it kind of resembles the pyramids of Giza, yeah, of course that has only fueled the theories that we're missing a chapter of ancient history hidden under the ice. It looks like an entire city underwater. In 2001, satellite scans of Qiandao Lake in China revealed something shocking. Beneath the water's surface was a massive stone city with wide streets, carved lions, arches, and traditional Chinese architecture. The thing is, this wasn't a lost city from ancient times, it was actually intentionally flooded in 1959 for a hydroelectric dam. But over time, people kind of forgot it was there. Satellite imagery brought it back into focus, showing perfectly preserved buildings under 130 feet of water. The city, known as Xicheng, dates back to the Han Dynasty and was dubbed the quote, Atlantis of the East. If satellites hadn't caught it, most people would have never believed a place like this existed underwater and was still basically intact. Why would somebody build a giant Pentagon in the middle of nowhere? In 2011, satellites captured bizarre imagery from the Gobi Desert in China. Among the strange patterns and grids, one structure stood out. A giant pentagon-shaped complex with roads radiating out from it like a spider web. Measuring hundreds of feet across, it looked suspiciously like the US Pentagon, except this one was in a restricted military zone. Experts believe it's a testing site for weapons or satellites, but the sheer size and unusual shape have led to wild speculation, especially since other nearby shapes mimic US streets and runways. Whatever it is, no one's giving details, and the Chinese government isn't exactly known for oversharing. All we know is it's there and it's maybe not supposed to be. It's a natural formation, but it doesn't look natural at all. Seen from space, the Richat structure in Mauritania looks like a giant eye staring up at the sky. It's over 25 miles wide, perfectly circular, and surrounded by layers of ridges that form a near-perfect spiral. It's so large, early astronauts actually used it as a landmark to track their position. Scientists say it's a geological formation caused by erosion, but not everyone says that. The symmetry, the scale, and the lack of any other features like it on Earth have made some question whether it could be the remains of Atlantis or an ancient impact site. Even NASA has labeled it, quote, one of the most mysterious natural landmarks on Earth. How do you lose 17 pyramids? In 2011, a team of archaeologists using NASA satellites equipped with infrared imaging made a discovery that no one expected. 17 lost pyramids hidden beneath Egypt's desert sands. These were not tiny either. Some were nearly the size of known ancient pyramids. The satellite tech revealed mud brick walls and foundations buried so deep that traditional excavation methods had missed them. It was a massive leap in archaeology, and it begged the question how many more structures are hiding under our feet. Some have since been confirmed on the ground, but many remain unexcavated, their secrets still hidden today. Thanks to satellites, we now know the ancient Egyptians may have built way more than we could have ever imagined. Who carved over 6,000 holes into solid rock, and why? Near Pisco Valley, Peru, satellite images revealed a bizarre structure stretching over a mile long. A perfectly aligned band of 6,000 man-made holes, each about 3 feet wide and up to 6 feet deep. From the ground, they're strange, but from above they look like a code or possibly a lost map. No one knows who made them or why. The Inca left no records, and the holes serve no known agricultural or astronomical purpose. Even stranger, they don't hold water or artifacts. Some believe they were part of a ritual landscape, others think it could have been prehistoric accounting. Either way, this thing is real, and it's been puzzling experts since the moment satellites brought it to global attention. There's an entire city, but no people. In 2021, Google Earth sleuths spotted something strange in the Kazakhstan steppe. A perfectly grid-aligned city, complete with roads, intersections, and rectangular blocks, but no buildings, cars, or people. Just dust. It looked like someone had started building a massive city and then just stopped. Dubbed a ghost city, it was later revealed to be a Soviet-era project meant for military testing or simulations. But the thing is, no one knows what was tested there or why it had to be so big and realistic. It's like the remains of a civilization that almost existed, visible only from the sky. Is that a portal? Satellite imagery of the Ziggurat of Ur in Iraq has always fascinated archaeologists, but in 2016, new satellite scans revealed massive rectangular formations around the structure that had gone unnoticed for decades. These weren't simple walls. They were interlocking geometric enclosures that didn't match any known building style from the era. While mainstream historians call them defensive walls, others argue the layout resembles designs from ancient Sumerian texts, including diagrams some interpret as star maps or celestial gates. This place itself dates back over 4,000 years, and the added structures only deepen the mystery of what was it really used for. That rock formation looks a lot like a human face. A really detailed one. Known as the Badlands Guardian, this strange geological formation in Alberta here in Canada wasn't discovered until 2005 when someone spotted it on Google Earth. From above, it looks like a human head wearing a headdress similar to indigenous figures. It is so detailed it even has what looks like an earbud and wire created by a dirt road and oil well. Experts say it's a coincidence of erosion, but many believe that level of precision and symmetry cannot be random. The face is over 300 feet wide, and it's positioned so perfectly it's hard not to wonder, was this a natural accident somehow, or something someone wanted to be seen from the sky? Satellites just spotted something 2 miles wide under Antarctica. In 2006, NASA satellites detected a massive gravitational anomaly beneath the ice of Wilkes Land, Antarctica. When scientists looked closer with radar and elevation scans, they found something buried under 1 mile of ice, a perfectly circular, massive structure, roughly 151 miles wide. Some believe it's an asteroid impact crater, others think it's something else, possibly a buried base, or even the remains of a lost ancient civilization. This area has long been shrouded in mystery, with World War II era expeditions and modern restrictions on access. Whatever's under the ice, it is still there, and satellites are the only reason that we know it exists. Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thanks so much for checking it out. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlovsky, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.